Garth Gibson came up to Alaska August the 1st of 2020 to spend a few days flying with me. And here are a couple of photos of the arrival into Juneau with the Mendenhall Glacier in the background.
That's it?
This is it. That's all I got. We're good, right?
You packed light, buddy.
We took a little time to do a tour of downtown Juneau and of course ate at the Red Dog Saloon. Then we packed all of his stuff in the airplane, headed out Gastineau Channel, where we went up the Taku Glacier, got a good opportunity to see that. Picked up a couple of bears on the way over to the Alexander Lake Cabin. You can see the bears here. And here's a great hero shot of Garth and the Alexander Lake Cabin. The ceilings were pretty low and the rain was coming down overnight at the Alexander Lake Cabin. The next morning we elected to hike to Mole Harbor, a little bear scat, but we didn't see any bears. The hike was good, though it was in the rain most of the way. It's part of a canoe route, so there's a shelter there.
We are in Mole Harbor and the tide is coming in. You can see it moving toward the Garth's feet there. So we're gonna have to turn and head out here pretty quick.
After we got back to the cabin, we had to dry everything out. You can see it hanging up. And then we had Bill's beans, chili, and sausage. You can see the weather. The first picture was what it was supposed to look like, and this picture is what it really looked like. After a couple of days in the Alexander Lake Cabin, we finally managed to squeak into Petersburg. And you can see a little bit of the scenery here, and you can also see that the weather was hanging pretty low. But one of the things we had to do in Petersburg, of course, was go to my favorite pizza place, Papa Bear's Pizza, and have the Carnivore Meat Lover Special. The next day, we walked to the airport to check out the weather.
Taking off.
Quick weather report from the Petersburg Municipal Airport, Petersburg, Alaska. It's raining and the weather is dog shit.
That's a technical term.
From two highly experienced airline pilots, this is official dog shit weather. Back to you, Chad.
We finally managed to get out of Petersburg. The weather got just a little bit better, and we got over to the Big Shaheen cabin on Admiralty Island. This is an older cabin, log style, and quite nice, with 2 rooms and then the main room. Right after we got there, we had a neat visit from an Alaska State Trooper who was just checking out the cabins and the people using them. It was a really neat opportunity, and we enjoyed the visit for a few minutes. After that, we managed to get out and do a little fishing, and Garth managed to catch a very nice 20-inch cutthroat trout, which provided dinner for us. There was no rain, amazingly enough, so we had a little time with an outside fire. The next morning, we did a little more fishing, and I managed to bag a couple, and then we got some mice too. Finally, we had good weather, so we managed to get Garth in the front seat. And here you can see a little bit of his water work, a couple of touch and goes. After that, we headed on over and did a little tour flight on our way over to Juneau. We flew up the Endicott Arm and got a real nice view of the Dawes Glacier at the end of the Endicott Arm. You can see that here. And then we had an opportunity to go up and see the North Dawes Glacier. This is a really unique canyon carved by the receding glacier. You can see the waterfall going out of the screen on the right, and then a pretty tight canyon turn, something new for Garth to see. And you can see another waterfall going out of the screen there as we make our turn back around. Really, really unique geological feature there. Then we turned up and went up Ford's Terror Wilderness. This is a really unique canyon that makes a horseshoe shape off the Endicott Arm and makes for a really neat tour flight. And then it was into Juneau, and you get to see Garth make his landing at the Juneau airport. It was an awesome trip in spite of the weather, and I am very thankful and blessed to have Garth come up and spend some time with me. Thank you, Garth.